Nobu did. No, I was gonna say an iconoclast, I guess. No, I was gonna explain to you what Bunzo Nobu brought. How he said if you're looking at an image of Jesus or making photos or statues or this of a guy who's not actually Jesus, it's just like some model, and then you claim that this is God and you worship it, isn't this idolatry? I said yes, it's idolatry in every sense, in the sense that the person that they're worshiping in that statue or photo or a figure is not the real Jesus, it's just a model, another person. And it's the fact that the definition of an idol is any image or representation of a god, which they negate and they say just a false god. So it would be true in every sense.
No, nobody accepts that.
No one gives a shit.
What, nobody accepts what? Sorry.
What you said.
Nobody gives a shit.
Find a single source that says that.
That says the definition of an idol is any image or representation of a god?
Yeah, from like a Catholic or
okay, so wait.
Orthodox. Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
Definition
Yeah.
of an idol
You can post the
is
link.
any image or representation.
I don't care what you have to say. Post the link.
No, I'm typing it into Google, so I find it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And it's just the Oxford English Dictionary, or the Merriam-Webster.
I don't care what they have to say.
What about the Merriam-Webster Dictionary?
I don't care what they have to say. I care what the Catholics have to say and what the Eastern Orthodox have to say.
Okay, so you're not looking for the definition of idol. You're looking for the subjective definition of idol in Christianity.
Yeah.
No. In Christianity, no. We said
you get the Bible says it.
No. He's asking about what I was talking about with Mixed. With Mixed, you might have missed it. I clarified that in Christianity, the definition of an idol is any image or representation of a false god. And he told me no. And then I told him the definition of an idol is any image or representation of a god or any god. And this is the standard definition outside of Christianity.
It's not.
And he was like, which Christians believe in that and such? I told him all Christians believe that the definition of an idol is any image or representation of God, of a false god. And he just didn't believe that. So hopefully you can clarify that definition changes in Christianity.
An idol is a representation of a god that you worship as a god. You have to worship the idol. If it's just a picture of a god, if it's just a picture of a god, it doesn't count as an idol.
An image or representation of a god that would still
that
be
you have no, because you have to worship.
And like the difference between like an idol and an icon.
No, we're agreeing with this matter. They're saying
no, you're not. I do not agree with you.
On the image
I do not agree with you. Part of the definition is that you have to worship it. It cannot.
What do you guys do with a
picture?
Hold on, so Jane, what we're telling you, we're speaking about Jesus. We were speaking about Jesus and how they make him into statues and images and like little necklaces and such. And we're describing how the image, how the definition.
They do not worship those pictures.
One second. Do they believe Jesus is God, first of all?
They do not worship the picture.
Okay, so Albedo, can you argue with her? Because you're Christian. Hold on. Benzonoble. Let her argue with her.
The living room, man. They're kneeling in front of me.
Jesus. The picture is just
what they're doing to the picture.
The picture is the one you were
talking about.
Yeah, so say you have a necklace of Jesus and he's on a cross.
People who worship it, that would just be something that they're doing wrong.
No, I mean, say somebody has a necklace of Jesus on a cross, right? He believes Jesus is God. So he worships the Lord that he represented on the necklace.
Like
no, of course, the thing on his neck could be wood, it could be steel. It's something valuable by people. But the one that's remember the definition I gave was any image or representation. The one that's represented. What number be? No, I'm not talking about the definition. I'm saying the one represented in the necklace is God, right? God is being represented in the necklace as Jesus in the stone or in the wood and such, correct? The necklace of Jesus on the cross represents God, right? It represents God in the form. Okay. The representation, it is a representation of the one that you worship. That is what makes it an idol. colloquially, like outside of Christianity, because you guys have your own definition.
That's even what an idol is, anyways.
No, but I'm just showing Gene. Gene, we weren't saying that image itself. They were saying, "Oh, that image is God." Like you touch it, you'll die.
No, what
You say it represents God, which makes it an idol.
No, it doesn't. The definition of an idol requires that they worship it, and they are not doing that.
Yes, they worship the one being represented.
No.
Gene, are you saying worship the steel? They have to say they have the cross and steel.
I have a little comment here. So if you have an image that hang in the church walls and people actually kneel down and pray and work and do some prayers and there's images all over the church, what's the definition of praying if the image is hanging into the church walls or people having their necklaces and they still pray and they kiss it? When they pray, they do the cross side, and then they have how would you say that? That's praying to me. I mean,
it's a devotional aid. So they look at it and they think about Jesus. That's what it's for. You fucking dumbasses.
Exactly. And what?
Exactly.
Worshipping a picture.
Well, you're worshiping what it represents.
No. Say people would believe in their brain, all right? So we were told that even if you did not do it, if you think about it, then it will be a sin. If you think about killing somebody, that's actually it's almost like you did it. So if people
Think about what?
you said the image is for people to think and have there in their brain that that's God. It's just to represent Jesus, right? So we are told, and I'm getting too quick. We are told if you're thinking about sleeping with someone, if you think about killing someone, that's actually sin, all right? Because you thought about it. So now you say that image. You say no.
Jesus
Say
I'll fucking swear if I want to. Jesus said, drink this wine and eat this bread and think of me. Was he telling people to sin?
So
yes or
are
no?
you actually eating Jesus? Yes or no?
He was not. So there you go.
Are you actually eating Jesus when you do the Eucharist?
What the fuck? Irrelevant. I'm just saying it's stupid to say because you're thinking about Jesus. That's the same as thinking about committing a sin.
why putting a force?
Obviously, if you're praying, you're not sinning, and you're not thinking about sinning.
Why put a force in people's brain?
This is the weird thing. Like you'll have Muslims talking about this, but then they are on the Kaaba, and it's like worship like any other worship. And inside his key is the hearts